Okay, alright, that's fine. Okay, let's talk today about some PTOs that were signed at the morning period of Tuesday, September 21. I say it like that because I woke up a little bit late. It's why today's KK Aho video was published a little bit late, but these two pieces of news are great. So we're going to combine them here in a video. Let's talk about the Red Wings signing Bobby Ryan to a PTO, and let's also talk about the Arizona Coyotes and how, guess what, Alex Galchenyuk is back. Now, that story is a little bit more of a weirder, kind of muddier story, but this one right here, the first one, Bobby Ryan, PTO, absolute grand slam home run. I mean, okay, maybe not. Maybe Bobby Ryan isn't a top-of-the-line NHL producer anymore, but he was a fairly capable guy for the Red Wings in the 14-point stint that he had. 33 games played for the full season right there after getting bought out by the Ottawa Senators. He's a guy who only made $1 million last year, but he is on a PTO right now at 34 years old, 6'2", 209, with Detroit once again. We all kind of know that Bobby Ryan had this really big revitalization of his career, stepping into the Ottawa Senators system in 2019-20 and stepping up for the Red Wings in 2020-2021. Because the buyout was a while ago, we have ourselves what is a few more seasons of Bobby Ryan getting, I think it's $1.3 million or whatever, from the Ottawa Senators, meaning that for the next few seasons, because he's probably good enough to play in the NHL still, let's be real here, for the next few seasons he probably won't demand a boatload of money, especially from teams like Detroit, that in which he said was a very good experience for him. We had been making the entire commentary videos over here talking about Bobby Ryan and his comments. He had been super positive towards his overall tenure here with the Red Wings. The fans, the media, Yzerman himself, he said he loved it over here. His family loved it over here as well, which indeed is also a very important thing. So, he did have a shortened season in 2021 because he was cut down due to injury. This will be a nice revitalization kind of opportunity for Bobby Ryan to play in a system that is familiar with what it is that he brings and that he knows he likes and is familiar with too. Nobody in Detroit is going to go out there and say that this was a bad move over here. Bobby Ryan was somewhat of a, I don't want to say a cult figure, but a big emotionally impactful story with the Red Wings because of all the hype that was around his name back in 2005. He was a top pick back then, was one of the best power forwards in the NHL during his heyday, but after some rough years, after a pretty difficult stint breaking out with the Ottawa Senators while being overpaid, he had himself what was a completely different change of pace with Detroit. So having Bobby Ryan over here on a PTO, pretty great right here. Obviously, it doesn't mean that he's going to sign a regular contract too. It certainly is possible that he signs a PTO with Detroit, sticks around, plays in training camp, does all this stuff, and then he signs another contract elsewhere. It's possible. I don't know if it's likely, though, just based off of Bobby Ryan and what we know he has said about the Red Wings in the past. Moving over onto our other piece of news, though, Pierre LeBrun, Alex Galchenyuk has signed a PTO with the Coyotes. This is, for lack of a better term, it's weird, because Arizona's going out there, getting themselves a center-left wing in Alex Galchenyuk, 27 years old, 6'1", 207. And am I the only one thinking that this may be Arizona's attempt at getting a Christian Dvorak replacement? Because when they traded Christian Dvorak, they only acquired draft picks in return. There was no other player in that trade that was involved. So maybe Alex Galchenyuk is going to be that guy. Now, this is a really interesting one because he did play with Toronto last season, 12 points, 26 games played, and he had 4 points in 6 games in the postseason. It should say 5 because he did set up the Suzuki-Caulfield overtime winner. Yeah, I'm not gonna see the end of that one, eh? But either way, Galchenyuk was in a position where, with Toronto, we actually had Kyle Dubas come out here and say that he was open to bringing guys like Galchenyuk back. These wingers that they needed to fill their rosters. The winger side of Toronto isn't really the best. Their centers are okay, their winger depth is lackluster at best, and Alex Galchenyuk was a guy that a lot of Leafs fans were kind of hoping, okay, maybe he comes back, maybe we actually use this guy in a more meaningful role because he was a pretty sustainable scorer in the regular season in the times that he was here. So for Alex Galchenyuk, he took the bet on himself. He wanted to go over to the free agent market. He did not want to stay in Toronto with the amount of money that they would have settled with him there. He goes over to Arizona, where he has had some history. He had that one season after being traded for Max Domi, 41 points, 72 games played. But afterwards, there was the entire trade over to Pittsburgh. It was the Phil Kessel trade, if I recall correctly, and then his career kind of went downwards from there. You can kind of see that Arizona was the last, fully productive year that Alex Galchenyuk had, so maybe he's going out there trying to rekindle that. Obviously, it's going to be interesting seeing Galchenyuk and Kessel on the same team because they were traded for each other. It's kind of funny how that works out, doesn't it? I would have actually been interested in seeing Galchenyuk go to either Montreal, because we had the rumors that Montreal might have been interested, or Columbus too, because having Domi and Galchenyuk on the same team would have been as equally hilarious. But either way, we have ourselves two really interesting PTO signings. Bobby Ryan over with Detroit. I love this signing right here. We will see if he gets a contract. I would actually be shocked if he did not suit up with the Red Wings next season, but that's just my own personal opinion. And then, of course, we also have Alex Galchenyuk, a PTO at the Coyotes, a team that wanted him before, they had him before, they said no to him before, they traded him away, and now after his entire carousel around the NHL, from Pittsburgh to Minnesota to Ottawa to Toronto, he is back in Arizona. Talk to me in the comments what you think. I hope you enjoyed this video. Trolls 99, and bye.